Alright. Let me check something. I probably should have done this before. Yeah, we're fine. We're all good. I had to check my microphone, to make sure that I have everything ready. Alright. Here we are once again to play a little bit of Bloodborne. Last night we did the heroic effort of removing the horseman from existence. Ludwig the Accursed is no more. We have the underground corpse pile lamp, which is, I think, my favorite lamp in the game. It's just so cozy. It's just so homely. Underground corpse pile. I bet I could find it for a great price on Zillow. Today, what we're going to do on this one, Sunday, I hope everybody had a wonderful egg. What's this? No frame rate issues? No frame rate issues at the beginning this time. Hope. Cross your fingers. Cross your fingers. Cross your fingers. You can hear me, right? Like, I just got a thing that said, your microphone is not muted, but there's no signal. But I see it picking up. I see it picking up on the mic and aux on the stream. So, hopefully y'all can hear me. Yes, we can hear. Perfect! Perfect! I would hope so. I didn't change anything with the audio. Yeah, no frame rate issues at the beginning of this time. Hopefully forever and for always. I'll remember to do that rightly. Sorry, I gotta yawn real quick. How about you guys yawn too, so that we can all do this together? We're going to be Easter related. Imagine if it was the Easter platypus. I would love the Easter platypus. Daddy, are we going to take pictures with the Easter platypus? I would really like that, actually. We actually, when we were at the mall, there was a setup where you could take pictures with the Easter bunny. But what made it odd to me was that there was this, like, very nice little vine wall. And then, in white neon with that cursive signing was Happy Easter. And there was something about that neon sign, and before it gets a hat in its name, Perry the platypus. There was something about that sign made it feel weird to me. It was just too Instagram trendy, I think. It felt out of place next to the take pictures with the Easter Bunny children. Take pictures with the Easter Bunny children right now. Oh, actually, why don't we just do a Chalice Dungeon? What Chalice Dungeons do we have? Have we never done the central? That might be fun to do. That might be fun to do. But we're going to the Upper Cathedral Ward, my friends. We're going to the Upper Cathedral Ward, my friends. Wrong. Recap. We killed the evil horseman, the evil and intimidating horseman, and then we have also lost Ariana. She will not be surviving the night. She was voted off the island. I can't believe you guys did that. That was really mean of you guys to do, but I mean, I'm just the host. I just facilitate things. Mikolash may be host of the nightmare, but I'm host of the dream, baby. And this dream does not have Ariana in it. So we'll be going upstairs to the highest church in all the land. Supposedly there's a chalice code that gives you, yes, the Kumfpka. Yes, I know the Cum Chalice. I have imbibed from the Cum Chalice when I had access to my friend's PlayStation Plus. But I cannot use that code because there is no servers available for Benita Franklin. Benita Franklin is barred from interacting with the outside world. Probably for the best. But it's still tragic. But, do you know why it gives you 80,000 echoes every single time you load the Chalice? It's actually really funny. Good rally, good rally. Good rally. This weapon's got aura. I know we were using the lovely, sorry, thinking, amygdalin arm, but there's something about the Moonlight Greatsword, guys. Look how lovely this weapon is. Yes. We have to go up. We have to keep going up. We have to keep going up. Oh. No, sir. Thank you. I wonder how much damage the beam does. Let's hit someone with the sword beam. We have yet to hit someone with the sword. Do you want to get hit by the sword beam, sir? I wonder... Oh, it's not bad. A literal sword is greater than an improvised bonking stick. Yeah, but that improvised bonking stick is the bones of a god. You know what I mean? So I think that gives it a little bit of some gravitas. It would give it some gravitas, right? That it's the hand of a god turned into a club. It's actually incredibly similar to the Dragon's Tooth, looking back on it. The Dragon's Tooth from Dark Souls 1 used by Havel the Rock, which is the tooth from an everlasting dragon, hence the name Dragon's Tooth. It is indeed a Dragon's Tooth. That's probably an over-explanation, but I feel like I have people in chat who are not incredibly familiar with the first Souls game, which is on my list. It is certainly on my list. The first Souls game is one of my favorite video games of all time. The problem I've been running into is that it takes a long time to beat video games. Here we are. And look! More infant great ones! Hello, youngin'. What are you looking at? Excuse me, child. Yep. Aw, hungry. Hungry little guy. Yes. Don't do it. It's gonna... Yeah, spit up. Oh, unfortunate. Unfortunate. You're not familiar with it yet? Yet. Key operating word there. Yet. Very blue elixir might be important. You know, one of my... So there's the Lower Cathedral Ward down there. Arnhem proper. The sea beyond. One of my favorite things about the moon. Where's the moon? Where's the moon? Where'd they put the moon? Nice clock, but where's the moon? Hello. I'm not dealing with you yet. Where's the moon? Ah, the moon! There, the moon. One of my favorite things about the moon in this game is that it is a 3D object. It is not part of the, how you say... Ow! Skybox! Okay. Ow. We're not a great showing over here. Just take a bunch of unnecessary damage. Boom! Hello, European Robin fan. How are you? How's your Easter? Watch out for the youngins. Pardon me, children. Pardon me. Yes. What are you looking at? Oh, you're looking at the tower. Yes, the moon. It is a full 3D object. I don't know if you can see that, but it is just a big round ball. You're doing good? Glad to hear it. I'm doing fine. I'm doing fine. I haven't done much today. We did some yard work, and other than that, I have been largely tired. Yes, pardon me, pardon me. Ooh, many children here today. Regular daycare. Bros. Many children here today. It's a Sunday school. Happy Sunday, everybody. Good job. I have multiple friends whose birthday is today. I thought that was really funny that they have their birthday. Want to know something about birds? I would love to know something about birds. I just beat up a bunch of birds. Ooh, here's a better view of that moon. View of that big 3D object. How many souls do you give, youngin? Pardon me. Pretty resistant to, Whoa, look at it spin. Only 131, not worth it. You love moons? Moons in general? What's everybody's favorite moon? Everybody drop their favorite moon in chat. I'm interested in what your favorite moon is. The full moon is your favorite? You also love the blood moon? I love a good harvest moon. Mitterrand Hollow in Elite Dangerous and Europa. These are the two answers we could have possibly gotten. These guys are weak to getting poked. I think this weapon is... Ooh! There's the choir garb, my lovely. I was wondering where the choir garb was. Bonita's joining the choir. Bonita's joined the choir. I don't like it as much as the night garb. But I do like those pants. Oh, I like those pants a lot. I think we gotta... Guys, do we go with the knight's... No, we gotta go with the pants. I like those pants a lot. Oh, we gotta go with the pants, my friends. Is there any characters that you love in this game? I don't know. I haven't seen. I wouldn't know. I don't. Maybe, maybe not. We'll have to see. We'll have to see. Maybe the Odin Chapel Dweller? They're quite nice. Do you hear the wet suckling from the brain sucker? Yep, do you see him? There he is. Mitterrand Hollow is the result of a bug. It orbits its planet once every 90 seconds. It orbits its planets once every 90 seconds. How fast is it going? How fast, or how big is its planet? How big is its orbit? I have a lot of questions. How does it maintain, how does it go 90 second orbit is really funny to me. I love these pants. I love these pants a lot, guys. I think these pants are wonderful. Alright. No! No, 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 no. No, no, no. Thank you. That wolf destroyed the chandelier. That wolf destroyed the chandelier. You wanted to play on the chandelier? Yes. Does everything sound like we're underwater right now? Bad dog. Need to do some fumigation. A little bit of fumigation. Is this cheap? Yes. But is it funny? Also yes. Very good. Oh, I just love it. I just love it. Perfect! No notes. No notes. No notes. I wouldn't have it any other way. Aw, they only drop bloodstone shards. Oh, that one dropped oh, these guys look big. Like, bigger than the usual werewolves. Am I wrong about that? They look bigger than the usual. Approximate speed is 876 kilometers a second. How fast is light? How fast is light? 876 kilometers a second seems really, 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 really fast. I feel like I'd have a pretty sizable hole blown through me if something moved 876 kilometers a second through me. But I'm assuming this moon is bigger than something than... I'm sure this moon is quite large. Oh! Instant kill, huh? Bloodstone chunks! The Odin Chapel Dweller? Yes! I knew it! I knew it! I knew it! I'm so good. I knew it. Oh, my brain, 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 my brain! How dare you take my brain, sir? Light is 300,000 kilometers, 300 million meters per second. Why? Why is light so fast? Who decided that? Why is it so fast? That seems fast enough to be considered unsafe, in my opinion. I'm glad I found it. I got my fingers on the pulse, European Robin fan. You should listen to his dialogue. He's such a sweetheart. Hey, here's your scrungly, ugly-looking character who's actually also a good person. I like that. Good for me. I found it. Ooh. No. Ah! By all means, we probably should have been grabbed there. We got lucky. We got really lucky. Shaman Boneblade. Shaman Boneblade. Shaman Boneblade. One of the best things... Oh, my vertices. One of the best things about an arcane build so far is the wonderful access to just, like, random enemy drops. I won't hurt your baby. The Chapel Dweller is a good friend of ours. No. Blindfold cap, no good. It's a nice take on the tricorn, and I'm a big fan of tricorns, but it covers up Benita Franklin's beautiful face. And that is simply not allowed. That is simply not allowed. Blindfolds are pretty cool. They're good character design, though I'm sure you love blindfolds for a different reason. Oh, hello, sir. This place is filled with mind flayers. Oh, dear God. Oh, dear God. If you think blindfolds are cool, you'd like... I should probably play through Nier. I feel like Nier would have good things to say for me. Orphanage key. That individual had the orphanage key. I don't know if I like that this Mind Flayer had the orphanage key. You had the orphanage. Why did you have the orphanage? What were you doing in the orphanage? Sure. They're just the Latrio guys. Yes, they are. They are indeed just a revisit of the... Blue Eyes Wolf. Blue Eyes Wolf. The older Nier games might not be a fun timeline. They were not well designed. Yeah, I'd probably play the newest one. Nier... What is the newest one called? I love... Okay, so mind you, I have not played the Nier games. But from what I... Yo, Crazy Cake in chat, everybody! Automata is the second newest one. Nier Automata is the second... Hello, sir. Okay. If you say so, sir. Make contact. I don't think I have emotes set. I need to get the emote button set, my friends. Nier Replicant is the newest one. Yeah, Replicant. Huh. I didn't realize they made a new one. That's interesting. From what I understand, the wolf came through this broken window, if you're wondering where the wolf came from. He came from the broken window, because he wasn't in this hallway earlier. I'm very glad they added that environmental detail, so that you could be like, where did this wolf come from? Through the window. Came through the window. From what I understand from the Nier series, and take this with a grain of salt, because I have never played the Nier series, is that 2B as a character, like Nier as a series, they're all robots, right? And humanity is gone. So they're like robots grappling with what it means to be human and all that fun stuff. From what I've seen, from what I understand. I could be wrong, but that's what it looks like to me. It's all robots grappling with what it means to be human after humanity is gone. And 2B, Nier is weird, like Metal Gear weird. Yeah, so like, and 2B is in Soul Calibur 6, and she was very fun to play in Soul Calibur 6. You have 2 packets of incense. What flavor of incense? What flavor of incense are we enjoying tonight? But from what I've gathered about 2B is that she's kind of a sad character. She's a sad character who just happens to be hot, right? Like, she's a sad, hot girl. Floral flavors are some of my favorite. I love putting lavender in my Italian soda. And like, most people know her because she is hot. Like, that's why she's, and the creator of her was like, yeah, I made her to be hot. But what I understand, it's only Automata that all of humanity has been gone. The games before humanity was actually RIP. And they didn't win, guys. They didn't win. Humanity lost. They all died. Bye-bye, humans. They're all gone. And I guess Automata is, like, wrestling with the fact that all the humans are gone. You have to beat up robots about it. But because she is the hot video game character, and the guy who made her is like, yeah, no, you can use 2B in your crossover, that means that so many games have this character, like, she is loaned out to so many games. I remember seeing a Tumblr text post about it, where it's like, games that 2B appears in, and it's a character going, oh, I hope the commander doesn't look up my skirt. It's so short! And 2B is like, what does it mean? If all I know, pain. What is the point of existence if all it means is watching those you love die? Right? They all have 2B, but not 9S or A2. They did in Overwatch. The Overwatch crossover has A2. Why do I have this thing where they're in Lusty Joker? She's fronting right now? Are you speaking the English language to me, my friend? What does that mean? By the way, Lusty Joker has that type of typing. Oh, hello, bud. I'm trying to read chat. You're interrupting something right here. Our first blooper. You're an undiagnosed plural system. I see. The DID. You love bloopers. Well, you're gonna be in luck, my friend. Oh! No, bloober, not bluebird. Bloober, B-L-O-O-B-E-R. Like goober, but blue. They're these guys. I think they're called Celestial Emissaries. Oh. What? Guys, he went back to his people. He went back to his people. This game's awesome. You take that back. E.T. looking floor face. He went back to his people. Y'all are gonna be really excited about this one, though. Let me do something. Where is it? I probably passed it. There it is. You were being sarcastic, Jesus! Jesus! Yeah, they're just nightmare monsters. Hope you guys were excited for the bloopers. Here they are. Here they are. The best boss in the game, guys. I love their little... It's Jesus' day, everybody. He came back to life today. I know. They're actually filled with stars. They're filled with stars. And what is stars but space glitter? Found the real one. Found the real one. Found the real one. There he is. Now, this is where things get funny. This is why we needed this. Oh, did we hit him? Do they actually care? I feel like we hit him. Yep. Come on. If you hit him with the Shaman Bone Blade, they go crazy. But it isn't working right now. Maybe I have to hit him before when he's a little guy? Oh, come on. We'll try it the next time. You're here for your cutie. Well, we don't need to talk to... Well, I do want to see what the Chapel Dweller has to say next. Yeah, the boss design where it's a million little goobers. This is kind of I guess it's the closest thing that they have to the Fool's Idol. Well, no. What was the Fool's Idol boss in this game? Thinking about it. Mikolash could be considered close to the Fool's Idol. Mikolash? Host of the Nightmare? Where the frick do I need to go? Wait a second. There. Pardon me. Stupid dogs. Autocorrect always really wants me to say boys instead of boss. They know what you think. They know what you want. They know what you want. Pardon me. Pardon me. Pardon me. Pardon me. I'm running past everyone. Pardon me. Hello. No, this wasn't where I needed to go. I'm already lost. Ah, no! Have patience. Have patience. Don't be in such a hurry. When you get impatient, you only start to worry. Do I have to sing the Jesus songs at you on today of Jesus? Do I have to sing you the Jesus songs for you today on the day of Jesus Christ? Jesus. Son of man. Christ. God. God figure. Oh, they give a lot of souls. How did I get so lost, chat? What was I doing? What was I doing wrong? How did I get so... Ah, dog! The evil... Oh, frames! Frames! Okay, we're good. We're good. We're Gucci. It's gotta be this way. Yeah. 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 I was looking at chat and that's what got me lost? You're probably right. You're probably right. Evil and intimidating dog. Alright! Let's go back. How many times am I gonna die to the bluebirds? I should endeavor to die as many times to the bluebirds as I did to Ludwig the Accursed. It has a certain... Okay. You? Which one didn't... Did you guys see one that doesn't have a health bar? This one doesn't have a health bar, which means he's the real Bloober. Okay, let's try this Shaman Bone Blade strat, but for realsies this time. Yes. Commit. Commit murder. Commit murder against your kin. Kill your god. Kill your god. Okay. 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 Okay, 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 okay. I see all you youngins. Let me get this up. Fight Club! Fight Club! Probably it ends in some kind of comedic tragedy. I live for being a comedic tragedy. Ooh, that's good damage. Pardon me. Pardon me. I gotta hit the big guy with this. Ow! Yes, yes, pardon me. Pardon me, pardon me. What are you doing? Okay. Woo! Good boss! Good boss! Good boss! And the next communion rune. How many communion? I thought we had all the communions. I thought we had all the... Oh! Now we have all the communions. We can have max 2, 3, 29 blood vials. And he's dead. And he's dead. Big boss. Big scary boss. King of the Bloobers. Ooh, this guy's hitting yoinky sploinky. Hit it, man. Wow. That style, he's got grace. He's got stars inside his... Yeah, okay. Shaman Boneblade! Alright, what do we need to do? I mean, did those guys give more souls than Ludwig the Accursed? Can I get a playback on that, chat? Or did they give almost as much souls as Ludwig the Accursed? You want to have a good look at the Dweller? Well, the Dweller is somewhere around here. Maybe he's in Spain. I'm in Spain. Without the A. Oh dear God, it never ends. Alright, where are we going? What are the odds? I want to spend my 93,000 souls, children. I want to spend my 93,000 souls, children. 22,400 souls is what they gave. Cobalt deserves 5 thumbs up and a crown because Cobalt is now king of chat. All bow down to your new ruler. All bow down to your new ruler. Cobalt. Yes, they're technically blood echoes, but come on. Come on. They're not blood echoes. They're souls. This is the Souls series. More chunks to my holy moonlight sword. My holy moonlight S-word. Okay, let's see what was in the Choir Hunter badge. Let's see what's in the Choir Hunter badge. How many? We have sedatives in the box. We have sedatives in the box. Okay. I have literally never used this sword. Apparently, this is one of the best weapons in the game. It is based off of Ludwig's Holy Sword, Birds. Totally correct. But I have never used this weapon. I know it's considered really good, but I never used that weapon. Sorry. I think, yeah, that's what. Is this the only thing? Sprays a cloud of sacred mist, created by using blood-imbued quicksilver bullets as a special medium. Arias are heard wherever sacred mist is seen, proving that the mist is a heavenly blessing. Oh, fair maiden, why is it that you weep? We could have asked that to Ariana. The Dweller is going to be more loved than really? Than even the Dregling Merchant. Does that mean that Bloodborne's going to be your favorite game after this? Does that mean that Bloodborne's going to be your favorite game after this? Canehurst stat. Alright. Thank you. Bye-bye. Thank you. Bye-bye. Bye-bye now. Lumen Flower Garden. You want to love them equally. How do you measure? How do you measure? How do you measure? Lumen Flower Gardens. The moonlight shines odd on that piece of shattered window. Pardon me, child. Pardon me, young one. Pardon me. Oh, guys, look. This is the second floor of Amelia's boss room. We got it. Ah, but we're not arcane enough to catch them to say. All right, back to the game. Takes a look at chat. No! Don't touch. Yes, very good. Very good. Bye. Hello, Benita. What do you have to think? Very many things, I hope. Alright, let's put that elevator back up. Who is this? Damien of Mensis. Should we summon Damien of Mensis? Probably not. Let's do this for the first time. Okay. Altar of Despair. Altar of Despair. This is very effective framing. The moonlight beaming down on this winged creature. Altar. You do become unhinged. Chat becomes unhinged. I don't trust you guys. Pardon me. Can I look at what's on your altar? Excuse me, ma'am. Is that wrong? Pardon me. Is that Rom? Shh. Macaroni face is sleeping. You're not that bad, usually. Usually. Keyword. Okay, so... do we wake up the sleeping monstrosity? You shouldn't trust you with the twinkling merchant and the chapler dweller. Oh, European Robin fan, I trust you as much as I can throw you. Alright. Okay. Do we wake the sleeping monster? You're worse during... again, with the ovulation chat. Again. Again. There's something about Bloodborne, I think. Hit her, kill her, hit her, kill her. Alright, I think we're going with what Inthafin said. Oh, no damage. Ah! Pardon me, ma'am. Pardon me, ma'am. I didn't mean it. Alright. Now I'm back in and I meant it. I feel like we gotta hit her in the macaroni face. Also, if you notice, guys, Ebrietas, daughter of the cosmos. The weapon we're using, the auger of Ebrietas. I don't know if locking onto her makes sense. Oh, Pingus. Oh, we're getting screwed here. Yeah, she is pretty. I really like Ebrietas, daughter of the cosmos. If only I could hit her. Ow. Ooh, am I dead? Schmack. Do you think Augur of Ebrietas should stop working if she dies? I think it is interesting that the Augur of Ebrietas does indeed keep working when she dies. Because essentially the Augur of Ebrietas is calling on the power of the goddess to smack something. Let's read it, actually. Remnants of the Eldritch Tooth encountered at Bergenwith. Use phantasms, the invertebrates known to be augurs of the Great Ones, to partially summon abandoned Ebrietas. The initial encounter marked the start of an inquiry into the cosmos from the old labyrinth that led to the establishment. So, obviously, Ebrietas has something to do with the choir. A meeting with the Ebrietas was established in the labyrinth. The meeting with the Great One, Ebrietas, led to the creation of the choir, which is what the whole place is built around. The augur calls on abandoned Ebrietas and summons a part of her power. So, by all means, you wish to kiss? I don't think you should kiss Ebrietas. I don't know what that would do for either of you. David Bowie and Ebrietas are friends? Yeah, David Bowie and Ebrietas are great friends. Ebrietas is the one who got David Bowie cast in the Labyrinth, yeah. It was Ebrietas' recommendation to the director that got. Oh god, hello. Hello, Hitbox. Ow. Huge damage. Ooh, ma'am. Okay, she's kind of hard to hit because of the hitbox. Ow. Okay, so I think the immediate problem... Who'd the choir leader, Major? From control to Major Tom. I don't know the words. I don't listen to a lot of Bowie. Yeah, she does sing like... I'm wondering if the choir was established because Ebrietas can sing. Or is vaguely related to singing. If I remember reading correctly, at least some of the songs in this game, if only one of them, are based off of Gustav Holst's The Planet. And this piece reminds me of that. It has the Heavenly Choir sing. Oh no! He had so much to live for. Oh! Oh, sorry. Excuse me, child. Excuse me, child. Pardon me. Let us go again! I've immediately recognized my problem with her is going to be not getting stuck on her hitbox and dying. I want to hit her in the head. I feel like hitting her in the head is the big thing. Ow. Okay, yeah, see, like, hitting her in the head with Augur of Ebrietas is like... Oh god, that's an instant kill. Bloober found dead in Ebrietas elevator. Yep, he fell down the shaft. He fell down the shaft and died. Alright, we're back. You want to grab and bite. Why are you hitting yourself? Why are you hitting yourself? Why do I run up those stairs every time I respawn? They don't lead anywhere. They're not where I need to go. Alright, actually, I think I'm gonna use the Holy Moonlight Sword this time. Because the... Hello. Bye. The, arm is just too short. Well, the arm doesn't have to necessarily be too short. Alright, let's give it one try at the whip, and then I'm gonna... Because that thrusting moveset on the sword might be quite nice. And I know for a fact we're not gonna be able to use the, I don't know. She might have a grab. I don't know. It must be hard to bite with that big macaroni head. I think. That's a cool move. Woo! Woo! The daughter of the cosmos. Okay. Hurts. The daughter hurts. That move is scary. Ow. Ow, big sweep. Okay, are you gonna do something new, ma'am? Look at her dumb little green eyes. Yeah. Big, Oh, hit her in the head. You need to hit her in the head. You want to see her grab her? I don't know if she has a grab move. I like her green eyes. I just think they're dumb. Why does this seem like a creature that would appear in modern SpongeBob? No, 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 ma'am. Oh! Okay. I feel like we can get a hit on her head. We need an upward swinging weapon. We need an upwards. He does have a grab attack? Why do you want to see me get... If you know that, you can look it up on Utabe. Why do you need to see me get hit by it? What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? Darn it. I was so afraid I missed my awesome opportunity for an amazing follow-up. Okay, she's about half health. Are we gonna get second phase? Ew, 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 ew. What was that? Oh! What is that? What is that? What are you doing? Okay, she now has an aura of damage around her. She now deals damage simply by being near us. Because she... Oh, you looked up the boss? Give me that brain. Yeah, that's pretty good damage. Okay. That damage over time is a little bit less than ideal. Big fly! Big fly! What is that? What is that? Oh god, what is that? The friggin... Ow! Okay. She can grab you, not me. I want to beat the boss. European Robin fan. Her neutral special is a gun. It's a laser beam. I want to beat the boss, European Robin fan. I don't want to die to it. Okay, we're back. Let us go again. No, I'm not running up the stairs this time. Alright, let's try the, try this. Let's use this time. Let's use this. Notice that this boss... Oh, guys, I forgot to send the elevator up. Notice that this boss does not have... Please do it once, please. Well, I mean, it's all up to RNG. And I don't know what move is the grab. Do it through the fire and the flames on your jaw heart. This is a joke. I wish I could. So far away, we can wait for the day. I wish I could. I don't know. Dude, the Guitar Hero might be a good stream. Thinking about it, Guitar Hero might be quite fun. Alright, Brightus, let's go again. This time I have a shiny sword. Okay. That move is scary. I have to say that the sword does quite a bit less damage to her, but I'm wondering if it's because it does a lot of arcane damage and she's resistant to that. Oh, that was really bad on my part. There's a Guitar Hero clone for PC. I do like Clone Hero. It is second phase. She grabs you with both hands and fight you. But the thing is I don't know what that move looks like, European Robin fan. And I'll be completely honest. I don't want to get hit by the move. If I get hit by it, there we go. But I'm not going to go out of my way to let her hit me with a grab. I would like the boss to die. I would like the boss to die. Did I forget to send the elevator up again? I do like Clone Hero. I'm also really bad at rhythm games. You're begging? Well, I mean, it's all about RNG. I'm literally learning this boss. So, I have to, first off, see the grab. Second off, recognize that it is the grab. And third off, let it land on me. All whilst learning the boss. I don't even get to second phase regularly yet. It just is, it's a lot of mental load for me to try to get it. You're begging to the RNG birds? Well, I mean, there is a probability that she might just randomly hit me with it. If so, wonderful. Okay. Yeah, that's what I was hoping. Oh, Pingus. Okay. She is weak to thrust like most kin. Dang it. Okay. Okay. All right. That seems to be the loop, my friends. That looks like... Okay. Can I hit her a bunch in the head there? Ow. Oh! Frenzy Blood! We like that. We like frenzy blood. We like frenzy blood. Okay. I dislike that move. We want to get that head again. Sorry, I'm not looking at chat, so if you guys are saying something, I will read it eventually. Was that the grab? Was that what the grab looks like? Least favorite boss grab? Mine's Deathrite Bird grab. I hate Deathrite Birds in general. I think they're a very unfun enemy to face. Okay. Okay. Dang it! Greedy. I wanted to charge. Oh, not... I didn't want a charge. I wanted to charge my heavy, ma'am. Daughter of the Cosmos. Okay, let's go again. It's not that bad. It's not that bad. She just did it 9 miles away from me, so I couldn't get hit by it, even if I wanted to. Oh, broke arm. Probably because I hit it with a bunch of stabs earlier. Yeah, scary. Laser beams. Oop. Do your head smash. Do your head smash. Not that. Not that. Didn't like that. Don't get stuck on the wall. I don't know how to dodge that. I don't know how to dodge the fly. I don't know if I dodge into it. Okay, I need to get into, I think, her mid-range, because I want her to do... Not that. Oh. Turning into a... Bullet hell boss. Bullet hell boss. That's that. Oh, that's that. Riotous is over. Yeah, sorry. She's done. Offer flesh to the altar? Offer whose flesh to the altar? Yes, I offer my flesh to the altar. Time flows in reverse for this scrap of flesh. Good night. Oh, hello. Going to bed feeling all right tonight. Hello, Nikki. You snuck right in there. You came in right when I was fighting a boss. Since I've been the bear... Well, good. I'm glad that you're feeling better. Happy Easter. I hope you had a good time. Thank you for coming in to see the boss kill. Yeah. I'm glad that you're feeling a little better. Time flows in reverse for this scrap of flesh. That's a weird thing to read. Oh. Well, that's the, she did do the grab. She did do the grab. You didn't, but you salvaged the day. That's what matters. I'm sorry that you've been having a rough go of it. Doesn't seem very fun. You miss her? Well, luckily, like, if you want to go see her do her stuff, there's probably scores of YouTube videos of her doing the grab. Of people getting grabbed. I'm sorry that I didn't get grabbed. I didn't want to get grabbed. I wanted to kill the boss. The Briators did die. The Briators did indeed die. Alright. I think I know the scrap of flesh they're talking about. I think I remember reading about this once. I think I know the scrap of flesh they're talking about. It only took about an hour. About an hour to clear the Upper Cathedral Ward. Here she is. Oh, sorry. I forgot I have to do this. How impudent of me.
Bearer of our blood, I welcome thee. What is thy wish?
I have all my blood dregs.
Pleases us. Let this reward be thine. Indulge thyself in our tainted blood.
We're getting some tainted bloodshed. Ow. How lovely for us. Her voice is quite good.
We await thy return. For the honor of Canehurst.
For the honor of Canehurst. Let me go talk to her right to her face and see what she says.
Arrant fool. Vile blood or no, forget not. We are thy queen. Bend the knee.
Bend the knee. Yeah, yas. Yas, queen, slay. Yas. Queen, slay. I do love that. Bend. Well, if you say so. Alright! Well, that was what I had planned for tonight. So, what if we do a Chalice Dungeon? How does everybody feel about doing a Chalice Dungeon? I feel like we should do a Chalice Dungeon. We finished the Upper Cathedral Ward in about an hour. Ebrietas went down in what, 4 attempts? 4 attempts? That's not bad. Not bad. We can either continue on with the DLC or do a Chalice Dungeon. You want to see your beloved? Oh, I guess I do owe you the Chapel Dweller. I guess I do owe you the Chapel Dweller. The Chapel Dweller. I guess I do owe you. The bird is greater than the horse? The bird is less than the horse. The bird is indeed less than the horse. Yeah, Brightus wasn't that difficult. There was just some things that I had to get used to. There was just something. And I also think we just had like a metric ton of damage. Here he is.
There ain't no more survivors. There can't be. Yarnum's done for.
There he is. Here's your mans.
There ain't no more Yarnum's.
That's all he says, unfortunately. You, ma'am. Ah! Frames. 2026 is the Chinese year of the horse, after all. That's why Dagath got that new skin. I have my share of woes. I have my share of woes. Thank you for the sedatives. Thank you for the sedatives. I love the sedative. Please use what thing on him? Oh, the monocular. Yes, I see what you. Do not worry, we shall ogle this man. Yes. Ogling has begun. Yes. Unlimited ogling. Ooh! He paints his nails. Very nice. He paints his nails. How nice for him. Yes. Get ogled. Pardon me, Mergo. We're doing stuff. Pardon me, Mergo. We're ogling this man. He's beautiful? It's in the eye of the beholder. Alright, let's do a Chalice Dungeon. Everybody loves Chalice Dungeons. You love Chalice Dungeons. I love Chalice Dungeons. Let's do a Chalice Dungeon. Chalice Dungeon. Chalice Dungeon. You love Chalice Dungeon. We love Chalice Dungeon. Chalice Dungeon. Good stuff. Chamber of the Seal. Chalice. Chalice Dungeon. Ah, yes. An elixir made of liquid lead. Perfect for imbibing. Perfect for imbibing. Everybody should imbibe of the lead elixir. It gives a euphoric feeling. I just read that. Euphoric feeling. Splattering blood invigorates one's sense of beasthood, feeding strength and euphoric feeling alike. You would gladly kiss your beloved? I think most people would gladly kiss their beloved. I think most people would gladly kiss their beloved. Let us go exploring. Is this a door? No. Not a door, chat, don't worry. Oh, you know what we did last night? We watched Revenge of the Sith, which means that we have finished the prequel trilogy. We have finished the prequel trilogy, and we'll be moving on to the original trilogy. I'm a big fan of Star Wars. I really like Star Wars. It was a childhood comfort of mine. I very much enjoy Star Wars. Watching it back again, the movies are like entirely hype moments and aura. That's what makes Star Wars works. Is the hype moments and aura of the film. You're a fluffy bird? I'm glad for you. Ow, stop it! Stop it! Bell, woman, bell, woman, bell, woman, bell, woman, bell, woman, bell, woman, bell, woman! Were you the one throwing stuff at me earlier? Stop it. I can't deal with when the enemy is slowly walking away from me. Prequel and the OG are good films. The prequel films exist entirely, like, the only reason why people like the prequel films is because the climaxes are so good for each film. The climaxes are very good for each film. Reason why Attack of the Clones is remembered fondly, Jango Fett and the Geonosian arena battle. What do you mean? I mean what I say. The climaxes are the only reason why the prequels are remembered as good films. Because again, the prequels are entirely hype moments and aura. The rest of the film, are they don't really hold up. Oh, that was very scary. That was very scary. But the game survived. But then the gigantic battlefield with all the clones and the droids is after that. I'm counting that as part of the arena battle. That is probably not like clear. When I say like the climax of the film, I mean like the end of the movie, right? Is why people remember so like anything from the arena battle onwards. So the battle with Count Dooku and stuff like that. You're just a bird, though. You're just a bird. Yes, thank you, Inthafin, for reminding me of some of my favorite Star Wars words. The freaking, birth droid or whatever. The midwife droid on Polis Massa who helps Padme deliver Luke and Leia. And it's just sitting there going, ooba. Ooba. Like that's supposed to help or something. I love random nonsense Star Wars words. I love so much that George Lucas is like, you know what this scene needs? Just some random gibberish from some random funky looking alien or droid. Like the McClunky. How does everybody feel about McClunky? I think it is the best and only addition they should have made to the Han Solo scene. Okay, quick question. This is two big climaxes too, the battle over Coruscant and Utapau. The battle over Coruscant is pretty good. Utapau is pretty good. And then the ending with the Mustafar the lightsaber scene. The thing about Revenge of the Sith is that it's the best of the prequels because it has the most hype moments and aura. Everything after Order 66 is quite good. And then before Order 66, it has the battle over Coruscant and Utapau, which are both very fun. So Revenge of the Sith gets remembered most fondly because it has genuinely, like, the characters aren't allowed to be annoying for too long. Of course, it also has some of the most memeable moments, such as, have you ever heard of the tragedy of Darth Plagueis the Wine? Is it possible to learn this power? Not from a Jedi. Like, it has the most memeable moments. But for the most part, it has the most hype moments and aura. And then it has genuine pathos when all the Jedi get killed in Order 66. Order 66 has some genuine heartstring potential. Skywalker, it was the actors going ham, perfect choreography between them. And you know what the script said at that moment? You know what the script said at that moment? The only thing George Lucas wrote in that script for the Mustafar scene between the dialogue was, they fight. And when, you know, Hayden Christensen and Ewan McGregor were like, hey, what does this mean? He means, it means what it means. They fight. And so they did like a 10-minute long swashbuckling lightsaber sword battle because that's what the script said. They fight. I love that so much. It's just like entirely bare bones. I compare it to the script that I have right now, where I do have a sword fight, and it is like an entire page of stage notes about how the character should act and how the sword fight choreography should go and like how the faces should be and what should happen from moment to moment. And then for one of the most famous sword battles ever put to Hollywood screen in recent memory, the only thing was, They fight. Very good, George. Very good. Ow, ow, ow. Fire magic dog. I like that little scurry he does. Little scurry. But Revenge of the Sith is by far my favorite of the prequels. I don't like Jar Jar. I'm glad they got rid of Jar Jar in the later ones. Started playing through Silksong again. Forgot how bad and stupid you are when fighting the specific enemy archetype of guy who has 2 attacks that are animated incredibly similarly, but dodge completely different. I don't think that's entirely your fault. If the attacks are animated incredibly similarly, but dodged completely differently, and you can manage to get hit by it every time, I don't think that's entirely your fault, IMO. They did that on purpose, and it's meant to trip you up. It's meant to trip you up, and that's lame. That's difficulty for difficulty's sake sometimes, I think. But, you know, don't. I haven't played Silksong. People are going to be like, oh my gosh, Beatrice is saying that Silksong is artificial difficulty. No, didn't say that. Didn't say that. But if there's a move that's animated almost the exact same as another move, but the 2 moves require completely different dodge timings, I don't think it's entirely your fault that you bunk up the dodge until you, because that was obviously, ow! Obviously the intention of the move. Okay. That man came out of a coffin. But I'm interested to rewatch the prequels again, because it's been a long time, or not the prequels, the original trilogy again. I think the original trilogy suffers a lot from tone problems too, that people don't, because the problem with the first couple Star Wars, or Star Wars in general, IMO. Star Wars in general, IMO. But the Phantom Menace suffers from it the most, is that Star Wars has real tone problem. You might start Hollow Knight next weekend. That's a good idea. Are you going to stream it? Are you going to stream it? I have never played through Hollow Knight. I know it would be a good game to stream. The problem is mainly, like, Big Ant-Man has lift axe, which means slash, and little hop, which means jump hit. Cannot run jump hit. No matter what he does, I anticipate axe slash or run, and then get my jump hit every... That is unfortunate. Planning on it? That's a good idea. That's a good idea. I don't know. Well, I want to come in and watch, but that also means that I wouldn't be playing it blind. But it's not like I would be playing it blind anyways, because I watched my roommate play through it. So, I don't know. I have to make a decision about it. I have to make it. I know a lot of the bosses in it. I don't know a lot of the traversal. And that's the thing I would probably get from one. Can you please... sports betting ads? Yeah, that would be nice if you could stop getting sports betting ads. Are they ever gonna actually, like, regulate betting anytime soon? Do you think your current schedule with it means you'd be at work, though? Maybe? I do not have work. Usually you're streaming when I'm asleep. It might be when I'm at rehearsal, though. It might be when I'm at rehearsal. That might be. You're fine with any other ad. I'm just... Yeah, the gamble... Like, they make so much money so that they can flood the internet with so much, like, betting ads. Ads. It'd be 5 p.m. for you. That depends. It depends if I'm at rehearsal or not. So on days I'm not at rehearsal, it'd be a good idea to for me to pop in. Say hello. Very nice, very nice. Ow. Ow. When the moon hits your eye like a big pizza pie. Hi, sports betting bad odor. Yay! Screw sports betting ads. I wish I could choose what ads were shown to my audience. That'd be really cool. I don't want to... I would be like, I don't want to support these These concepts are brands. These are the only ads I want to have shown. Thank you. That'd be nice. That'd be a nice bit of creator control that Jeff Bezos would never give us. ESPN's got to get their money somehow. Is ESPN the one that does sports betting? Does ESPN do sports betting? I knew Drew Gooden made a video about the death of sports journalism. I always forget that Drew Gooden is sport man. He likes sport. I am not sport. I just it doesn't move me, Bob. ESPN and sports, I don't know if they do betting. Is ESPN still alive? Like, are they still gonna last the decade? I don't know. Yeah, I don't do Intertomb Chalice. Okay. Intertomb Chalice, everyone. The Chalice of the Hintertombs. I don't interact with sport very often. It doesn't move me, Bob. The only sport, well, actually, I do like watching it every now and then. It can be very exciting. I don't like football. I've never been really excited about football. I think there's just so much downtime in football. And I worry about the man's pretty heads. You think ESPN is still around? A couple years ago, one of the commentators ran out during a live. Wife was going into labor. That's awesome. Good for him that he went to go see his wife while she gave birth to their child. That was nice of him. That's nice of him. But, okay. What does this do, chat? When did I open? I guess we should go into the scorpion pit. I can say quite confidently that I'm lost. What was I talking about before ESPN, sports betting, ad sports? Oh, I like watching hockey. Hockey's kind of cool. Oh, that it was entirely a superfluous romp. Unnecessary. Thank you. I like basketball. Basketball's pretty exciting. I don't like baseball. Sorry. I know it's America's favorite pastime, but honestly, we should just give it to the Japanese and move on. They seem to like it more than we do. I think I remember seeing something that, like, the thing about baseball is that it's so much more fun to watch it live. TV is really bad for baseball. The more sports you've been getting into, some guy on YouTube trying to different baseball bats. My favorite sport is Wii bowling. The Toronto Blue Jays. Is it because they're Blue Jays? Is it because they're Blue Jays? Do you like the... What are they? There's a Cardinals team. Bing, bong, bing, 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 bong, bing, bing, bing-a-ding, bing, bong! I don't know a lot of baseball. Wii bowling is neat. Wii tennis can be funny. I was pro in Wii tennis. I was a pro player in Wii tennis. I actually really do like combat sports, martial arts, but I also worry about their pretty little heads. It cannot be good for their heads that they get hit that much in the face. But I love combat sport, like expression and movement. I don't know. Muay Thai is awesome. Muay Thai is awesome. But also, like, please don't get hit too hard. It's attention. It is attention. But I love seeing the skill expression of combat sports. Sent a silly Wii tennis video in the Discord. Yay! I love silly videos in the Discord. I was thinking, actually, speaking of silly videos, something that might, if I had the means to invest in it, someone who could edit. Because Lord knows I can't. And what I could do is just, is it DaVinci Studio or something like that? DaVinci? would be a smart thing to do, to just download like an editor and then get to town, go start, try, you know, let the make clips, put them out on the internet, try my best. But we have all seen how poorly I interact with things that are mechanical or computational. And I think learning editing, for me, at this late in the game, would be very difficult. Again, probably a very worthy skill to have. Because I could edit down some of my, how you say, streams, make clips, edit down some of my tangents, put them out on the internet, be like, this is what I do, come watch the stream if you like it, right? But, or take like an entire playthrough, like take the entire Ocarina of Time playthrough, right? And edit several videos of it into things that you then can put on the internet for people to watch, a la Game Grumps. But the actual effort of it would be Herculean. And I like to think I'm good at the behind-the-scenes technical stuff, but not man act. Oh, Cobalt. Cobalt, if I could, I would pay you $1 billion, and you could be an editor. Oh, man, that's the thing, is that it's like, how do you... Oh, man. Oh, man, but that's like, that's all stuff, that's all logistics and things that I have to sit down and seriously think about and give an honest college try to. Hello, ma'am. Here's the Keeper of the Old Lords. They're like the watchdog of the Old Lords, but not, because they are a person. Also a Chalice Dungeon exclusive boss. They're kind of vaguely like an enemy hunter, but not really. Let's Augur of Ebrietas them. But I was thinking about that, because if I want to make this like a sustainable thing, I unfortunately need discoverability. And streaming regularly is great. Wonderful. But it's not discoverability. I wish I had Benita Franklin's discovery. She's 100. Get some levels. Let's get some levels, shall we not? And by levels, I mean level. Because level... we are reaching the point where it's actually difficult to level up, unfortunately. It is actually difficult to level up, unfortunately. We have reached the point where we need a lot of blood echoes to do so. Layer 2... No! Layer 2 heart! This Chalice Dungeon's easy. This is the easiest Chalice Dungeon in the land. That or we're just ridiculously over-leveled for it. Might be true. Might be true. I wonder what the final boss of this is. It's been a while since I've done this Chalice Dungeon. I know the... Hello? Every single time it does that, I'm expecting a crash. But it's just loading. It's just loading. It's just... Destroy this. I don't want to get hit by poison darts. It's just loading. I get nervous. Hello. Okay. Bunch of random tubers in the room. Easy game, easy. Oh, hello. Interesting. Interesting. Okay, I wonder what aggroed them. It's pitch black in here. What aggroed those guys? I'll take it. Ritual blood times 2. There is a big ball somewhere around here. Do you hear that? Oh! You did it! You aggroed those men. You aggroed those men. Ah! Found the ball. A good amount of damage. That hurt. Good aggro. It allowed me to kill them through the wall. Someone is breathing. Okay. That was scary. They don't like... I would believe that. Tiny chest means a tiny key, if I remember correctly. Aw. Tiny chest for a tiny key, maybe? Ooh, another tiny chest. Tomb mold. There was mold in that chest. Who is that guy? Tiny key for a tiny door. A tiny door for a tiny man. Tiny man with a tiny plan. Tiny man does what a tiny man can. Oh, it's you. Oh. Bye. Okay. Okay. Sure. I'll take that. No. Oh, no. Oh, I got hit by it anyways. Okay. Interesting. That was like Stewie and Brian in an episode of Family Guy. I love recreating Family Guy jokes. I used to watch Family Guy. When I was in high school, there was an exercise bike that we kept in the living room. And I would spend 30 minutes every day on the exercise bike. And every single time I was on that exercise bike, I would put on Family Guy. And I ended up watching, like everything they had on Netflix, which was quite a few seasons. And then I can't tell you the plot of a single episode I watched. I can't. I don't remember a single episode of Family Guy. I watched at least an episode a day for 4 years of my life. Probably multiple times over. I think they had 21 seasons on there. And I can't tell you. I can't tell you what I watched. Yeah, like the show does not leave. I do remember one of my coworkers saw a clip on YouTube and then she was enamored by this clip. It was apparently like a cutaway gag of Stewie Griffin at a funeral. And he was wearing flip-flops saying sorry for your loss or something like that. And she thought that was the funniest freaking thing she had ever seen. She loved that clip. And I loved how much she loved that clip. I'm very glad it made her laugh the way it did. But she would bring it up a lot. Just for a couple of weeks, and then it fell away, and it wasn't as funny anymore. But I always thought that was... Oh, do you see the flat skeleton texture on the wall there? The flat skeleton textures on the wall to make it look like there are more skulls than there are. The flat skeleton texture on the wall to make it look like there are more skulls than there are. I see you, FromSoft. I see you, FromSoft. Tricky, tricky, tricky. Here's the rock. I don't know if we need to drop down. I don't know if we need to drop down. Yeah, I'm kind of glad I didn't get grabbed and bitten by a Briatus. I feel like in this game, getting grabbed is not only a death sentence, but it also means that the boss gets buffed, typically. The boss gets a buff, and I'd rather the boss not get buffed. Is this where we beat all those men to death outside the door? Is this that room? Well, let's drop down and see if it's where we were. Yeah, it was. Not where we go. Because you want to be your bird. You want to be so many people's birds. Alon looking boss mechanic. Yeah, Alon. Knight Alon. Where you get grabbed and they get buffed. Does, no. Sir... Fume Knight's boss mechanic is if you wear Alon's helmet, he instantly, like, goes, okay, that's it. I'm getting me mallet. I watched a bit of... I wasn't allowed to watch Courage the Cowardly Dog growing up because it was too scary. And looking back, yeah, I probably would have been scared by it, but it's also right up my alley. I love macabre things. I think it's so funny that I wasn't allowed to watch Courage the Cowardly Dog because it was too scary. But I was allowed to read scary stories to tell in the dark. Which, if anybody's familiar with scary stories to tell in the dark, that is quite a bit scarier if you wear Velstat's... Oh, Velstat's helm. That's what makes Fume Knight lose his mind. Velstat's... Bad. Not Alon's. Okay, I'm lost. I am lost. Hello? Video game. I'm lost. Oh, someone died. Courage Cowardly Dog looks cute compared to scary stories to tell in the dark. That's what I'm saying. But I guess because it was a book, I was just encouraged to read. Which I'm fine with. I think everybody should read. Children should read. And I loved scary stories to tell in the dark. I was also a huge, or am, a huge fan of Edgar Allan Poe. I have, like, a huge collection of Edgar Allan Poe. And I recently started to try to read Lovecraft, but it's always difficult for me to sit down and read, obviously. But I did read A Shadow over Innsmouth, and I really liked it. I really did like A Shadow over Innsmouth. That's a good little story. It's a good little story about a bunch of little freaks. And, okay, there's gotta be a better way. No, I keep going the wrong ways. I keep going the wrong ways. Guess how many tabs you have of Ebrietas? I don't even want 17. 17. 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. Oh, this is power. Oh, hello! Waiting for me behind the door. Only 6? You want more? You can have more. I bet there's a lot of fan art of Ebrietas. She's a striking design and an important character, which usually leads to fan art. Love those windows. Yeah, don't notice me. This is the treasure room. This is the treasure room where treasuries kept. Indiana Jones feelings. I was thinking about Order 66 when we were watching it. I have to say, I do not agree with Dave Filoni, man. I really don't think the chips were a good idea. I don't care how awesome the storyline was in the friggin', like, the noir detective story of figuring out when and how they have the chips. I think it is just, like, a weaker story. You love her skin texture? In tone? I love your... Weird thing to say to someone. Weird thing to say to someone. Want to wear your... Yeah, I don't know about that one. I just don't... I think that the just following orders is more realistic and more dramatic. I think it's more dramatic. I think it's a better story. They don't have to have a grand reason for shooting the Jedi. It's because they follow orders, and a good soldier follows orders. And it's like, oh, it's not realistic. They wouldn't turn on their commanders like that. It's like, how do you know? How do you know? I want her to get a small collar and drag you around. I don't think she'd do that. Ebrietas is a cosmic great one. I don't think that it's in her personality to do that. Would you rather someone say, I love your skin, or I hate your skin? I'd rather hear, I hate your skin. Because that's an easier emotion to deal with. You know what I mean? If someone walks up to me and goes, I hate your skin, it's like, okay, it's weird, but, like, it's an easier emotion to deal with. If someone came up to me and was like, I love your skin, I would assume they would be talking about how, like, clear it is, or how healthy it looks. And that's, I don't know, that's a weird emotion to deal with. You obsess over every wrinkle? A Wrinkle in Time by Madeline L'Engle. Madeline L'Engle. No, I don't know. I probably get a lot of pushback from that in the Star Wars community, especially Star Wars fans who love clones. But I really do not like the inhibitor chips. I don't like it. I don't think it's good story. I don't like it. I know that, like, the Clone Wars did a lot of humanizing for the clones. But you know what one of the most humanizing details is? Doing the wrong thing because you have been told to do so. Right? Plus fan art for Koss makes her... Koss is already beautiful. I want to get to that boss. I don't know. I feel like I'd get a lot of pushback from that in the Star Wars community, but I really don't like the inhibitor chips. I really don't like the inhibitor chips. I just think it's like... It's a cop-out. It's a cop-out. Like, we can't let our Blorbos do something bad. Still no idea they did a Wrinkle in Time reboot movie. Bizarre Source reboot. And also complete disregard for said source. Yeah, not only did they do a Wrinkle in Time reboot movie, quote-unquote, they didn't do a Wrinkle in Time movie. Because, like, Wrinkle in Time is weirdly Christian. Like, a lot of it is weirdly Christian, and a lot of people, I think, like, I don't know how many of y'all have read Wrinkle in Time. It's a good children's book. It is a good children's book. But it is weirdly Christian. And I don't think that was carried over into the reboot. Reboots are different. I think reboots can work. There's a lot of things you love that might actually be a reboot, and you don't even know it. Just because the reboot was so successful. Reboots can work as long as the people who, like, are making the reboot understand why the original worked, or they understand why the original didn't work. Right? Like, everything else with reboots, parodies, remakes, you have to have an understanding of why the original did what the original did. If you have contempt for the original, you're not going to make a good work. Right? The fourth book in the series literally is the twins going back in time to help Noah build the Ark. They killed the Manticore for some reason. Well, the Manticore probably deserved it. Knowing the Manticore, that guy deserved it. That guy deserved to get murked by the twins from A Wrinkle in Time. No, like, a reboot and a remake and a parody, they all need to understand why the original worked. You want your wife... Miss my wife, Tails. I think I miss my wife. We have a lot of missing of wives recently. Who's up missing they, them wife? Who is up missing they, them wife right now? But I don't know. I think about, I just think that you can do a really good reboot. I think Dave Filoni is a good writer, and I like a lot of his ideas most of the time. Star Fox 64 is a reboot of the OG Star Fox game. Do you need a wife to miss your wife? No. We can all miss the concept of wife. Koss and wifey material. I love it when women... I also love women, chat. I also love women. So, we can miss the concept of wife. You don't need a wife explicitly to miss wife in my... But, going back. I think Dave Filoni has a lot of really good ideas. My biggest gripe, and this is just some random streamer criticizing the current, like, lead writer of Star Wars. But I think my biggest problem with Dave Filoni's writing is that he loves his blorbos. And usually his blorbos are really cool. You love every gender? It's good for you. I wish I was so, how do we say, adaptive. I wish I was so adaptive, but unfortunately for everyone involved, I only love women. What do you think of your blobos? I think you have a type. You have a type that is pretty easy to narrow down by this point. But Dave Filoni loves his Blorbos, and his Blorbos are good. He makes good characters. I like Ahsoka. I like Cad Bane. He makes good characters. But the problem is then his characters aren't allowed to be bad. He gets super attached. You like scrungly used car salesman types. We've talked about this before. European Robin fan. You like scrungly used car salesman types. So that means that, like, he made a bunch of Blorbos in the clones, and the clones aren't allowed to, like, Captain Rex isn't allowed to kill, like, I think it would have been cool if we had a scene of the, like, Order 66 didn't just kill all the Jedi. It killed all Republic loyalists, right? Where it's like, the Empire came. I really like the Star Wars Battlefront 2 guy, actually. In the Star Wars Battlefront 2 story, it was How Quiet Was clone, where they talk about, like, how they went and killed all the Jedi and stuff. That's cool! And you could have a scene where certain clone commanders or clone loyalists are slaughtered by their brothers for refusing to go along with the order that ends the Republic. You could do that. That would have pathos. Where it's like, Captain Rex, we're asking you to step down because you won't shoot Ahsoka. That would have pathos. It's good story, Bront, in my personal opinion. And I think it makes more sense than every single, like, yes, it logically makes sense that the Kaminoans installed a chip into the brain of every single clone that makes them turn evil when you press a button. But at the same time, it ruins your entire storyline you've been building up that the clones are human. And humans sometimes do terrible things just because they follow orders. Yeah, you do have, I would agree with that you have interesting taste. Right? Like, people do bad things to other people, even people that they love, because it is their duty to do so. The most common defense at the Nuremberg trials was, I was just following orders. Imagine the drama. Imagine the drama if Captain Rex and Commander Cody confronted each other, and Captain Rex is like, how dare you shoot on Obi-Wan? And Commander Cody's like, I'm a good soldier. I thought you were too. You'll be on your knees for your two wives. We have something going on completely different in chat. I'm on a rant and chat is down bad. No, but that's my thing. I've been thinking about it a lot, and obviously I have a lot of feelings about it. It makes me mad because it's like, I understand the reasons for the change. I don't agree with the change. You know what I mean, chat? All right, I have no other plans. So I think the bird is down bad for the wives. I think that's good to call it for tonight. Want to do art? What I do is art, European Robin fan. This is art. This is performance art. I'm an artist. That's a Germa bit. I'm aping a German I am aping a Germa bit. I need to make an art tab in the Discord so that the artists... I think there is an art tab in the Discord. I also think it's more interesting when there's no chip, because that means all the clones would be aware of and know what Order 66 before it was called. Yeah, because they would have like this, you need to do Order 66 just in case, right? And it's like, you know, Order 66 exists and it's to shoot all the Jedi. You need to do Order 66 just in case. And that could be the whole Fives plot, where Fives is really digging into Order 66. Why do they need Order 66? They're told just in case, but in case of what? And that's the Fives plot, where he gets killed for revealing why Order 66 exists inside their heads. The just in case of what? There is an art tab in your Discord, just not a meme channel. I do need a meme channel. So we have an art tab, but I need a meme channel. Thank you, Cobalt. Thank you, Cobalt. But I think that's where we're going to call it tonight, lovelies. Thank you for listening to me rant. I always like a place to put these thoughts, and these thoughts exist here. But thank you very much. I hope you all had a wonderful time. We had a great Easter together. But I'm probably gonna go play a different video game and then go to bed. I have rehearsal tomorrow, which is gonna be exciting. I have to be off book next week, and I'm not excited about it, but we'll see where we get. We'll see what happens. But all is good in the world. Thank you so much for watching. I always have a wonderful time when you come in. I hope you all have an excellent night and pleasant. Good night, everybody. Say bye-bye to Bonita.